Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video. Today is Hoshana Rabbo, which means literally the great save us. Essentially, it's from the prayers that say Hoshana, please God save. And these are the prayers that we say special on every day of Sukkot, asking God for rain and for a year of good produce and grain and so on. And we take it for granted. But of course, if we didn't have that, we would be in trouble. And on today, we say 7 parts of this, called the Hoshana, 7 times. Special readings for this days of Sukkot. Tomorrow is called Shmini Atzeres, the 8th day of assembly, where God says, stick around one more day, one more holiday before we go to the winter, because the next holiday is Pesach, at least biblical holiday. And on Friday, Thursday night, Friday is Simchat Torah, the day where we celebrate the completion of the Torah reading, because on Shabbos we start the book of Genesis, Bereshis. In Israel, tonight and tomorrow is Shmini Atzeres, Simchat Torah combined. Now you'll remember that last year, Shmini Atzeres, Simchat Torah, that day was when those brutal, vicious October 7th attack took place. The wicked people, Hamas, that attacked the Jewish people on the greatest celebration, on the happiest day of the year. They chose to attack our people. And the big question that people have been asking me is, how do we celebrate Simchat Torah on the day that commemorates those vicious, terrible attacks? So I'm going to try to address that, at least give you a perspective. But let's talk a little bit about Simchat Torah. Maybe we could tie it all together and end off with a nice story. So, what is Simchat Torah about? Well, we've completed the reading of the Torah. Every week we read another portion, and now we come to the end. So, whenever you finish reading something of the Torah, you celebrate. If you read a book of Talmud, you celebrate. Anytime you finish. So we finish reading the entire 5 books of Moses, and we're celebrating. Now, we don't celebrate by studying. We celebrate by dancing. We don't even open the Torah scroll. The celebration takes place with the Torah scroll closed. That's how we celebrate. What's the classic way of dancing on Simchat Torah? In a circle. It's called a hakafa. It means a circuit. You've got to do a round circuit. These 2 ideas are very much associated with unity. You see, when you dance in a circle, there's no leader. There's no one at the front. As soon as the circle comes together, everybody's in it together. We're all at equal distance from the center and equal distance from the Torah. The Torah belongs to all of us. No one has more rights to the Torah than anyone else. In fact, the word in the Torah is Torah tziva lanu Moshe. The Torah that Moses commanded us, moirasha, is an inheritance. When we get an inheritance, we all have it equally. And we get it by default. The fact that we are children and descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because we are part of the Jewish people, we are automatically, by default, inheritors of the Torah. So it's not about how much do you know of the Torah, how little do you know, how scholarly you are. If you are a member of the Jewish people, the Torah is yours. Dancing with the Torah closed means that we're all united in one in our connection with the Torah. And Jewish unity, my friends, is critical to our people, is critical to be able to stand strong against those that wish to annihilate us. Jewish unity is how we respond to the attacks of October 7th. But there's more to it than that. Simcha, joy. You know, the Zohar says, part of me is crying, part of me is rejoicing. It is possible to carry 2 emotions at once. Yes, we have to remember the atrocities of October 7th, and we will dedicate the entire program to the bravery of the IDF soldiers, the bravery of the wives and families that are staying home while their husbands are fighting, the memory of the victims, the response of Jewish unity, the Jewish leaders on our campus who have stood strong against those that wish to vilify those that support Israel. We're going to dedicate the whole program, but we're going to be with Simcha. We're going to be happy. Because what are we celebrating? We're not celebrating for the sake of celebrating. We're celebrating the Torah. We're celebrating what's ours. We're celebrating what makes us who we are. That is worthy of celebrating, especially on this day. You see, when Hamas attacked, they didn't attack because it was October 7th. They attacked on this day because it was Simchat Torah. They wanted to ruin and destroy the happiest day of the year. And we won't let them. We will be even more happy because we're recognizing who we are, our strength, our unity, our beauty of the Torah that guides us, that is our light. So we won't let it happen. We will celebrate and we will dance even stronger, even better than before. Let me share a little story. This is a story that I heard in the name of Rabbi Shais Taub, who actually grew up right here in Chicago. He tells a story that one time he was visiting someone in a nursing home in Chicago, someone by the name of Sam Shapiro. Sam Shapiro was a survivor of the Holocaust. He survived at about 12 or 13 years old, and he grew up in Poland. And he told Rabbi Taub the following story. He said he grew up, lovely childhood, brother, sister, parents, a religious, observant family, and, it was all perfect until the war broke out. And his father told him, he said, Shmuel, that's his name was, Simchat Torah is coming. We will dance together. Simchat Torah was Sam Shapiro's favorite holiday. I mean, who doesn't remember Simchat Torah, especially as a child? You dance in the synagogue, and you have flags, and there's candy galore, and everybody's happy. And maybe you dance with your friends, or on the shoulders of one of your parents, or your older brother, or someone else. It's just such a celebratory time, especially for children. And he was like, I can't wait. Well, Sam explained to Rabbi Taub, unfortunately, that didn't happen. They were sent to the concentration camps, and he never saw his father again. When he came out, he discovered that his father had been killed, and his mother had been killed, and his sister and his brother. And he was the only surviving member of his family. He was put in a DP camp, a displaced persons camp, and sure enough, Simchat Torah came around. Now, apparently, Simchat Torah in that DP camp was not too happy. Everybody had just come out of the war. They had no family left. They had no home left. They had nowhere to go. It was very hard for anyone to dance. But there was one young boy dancing, and he was dancing like he'd never danced before. And people were like, what is this kid doing? Why is he dancing? He doesn't even have anyone left in the world. What is there to celebrate? Sam Shapiro told Rabbi Taub, he said, that boy was me. I was dancing. And you know what I told one of the men who asked me, why am I dancing? I told him the following. I said, my father told me that I would dance together, that we would dance together. What does it matter if I'm on his shoulders or if he's on my shoulders? We are dancing together. The 1,300 people that were killed last year, they can't dance tonight. Not physically, but spiritually. They can dance. We will be their feet. We will dance. They will dance on our shoulders. The soul lives on. And today, their yard site, they want to dance with us. And we will dance our heart out. We will dance with that special Jewish simcha. Make sure that no one will take it away from us. With that, I wish you a Chag Sameach, a happy Yom Tov, a good Yom Tov. May we all merit to be together in Jerusalem with the coming of the Mashiach. Amen.